So hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is a new tutorial. It's a new week. Yes, the original dates to upload were Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm sticking to my promise as much as possible. So depending on how the week goes or how my workload is, then I will upload any 2 days of the week, if not Tuesdays and Thursdays. So for this tutorial video, tutorial number 3 in the tutorial series Designing with Zahr, I'm just going to show you guys how you can create the social media posts that I have posted on my social media account sometime last week, my Instagram account. Last week Thursday I had posted this one, and I just wanted you to share the post with you. If you guys want to go and check it out on my Instagram, it will be linked in the description bar. So right there, I'm just showing you how I'm going to show you guys or provide you with a tutorial video on how you can create that cover page, as well as the social media post template for other elements within your social media design, because you know Instagram allows you to upload 10 pictures maximum within one post, right? And I like to utilize that function within Instagram, so I normally create these posts with covers and content, and this social media post is really ideal for anything. So I used a label and some 3D mock-ups of my label, and then I just created this post and uploaded it on my Instagram account, right? And so I'm just showing you guys that these social media post designs are really flexible, where you can put anything on them. You can put a quote on there, you can put a video on there, you can put a picture, you can even put a 3D mock-up on them, right? So right now I'm just going to show you guys how to create that post, navigating through Canva, right? So now we're going into photos. So right on the Canvas interface, you see that photo there. I'm going to actually drag and drop it onto that page, and then that would fit the photo perfect to the page, right? By dragging and dropping it, right? So now moving on from the photo icon, by clicking the element icon, I'm going to actually show you how I created that faded background, that faded look on the picture, where it is not so clear, and I am showing you the icon right there. So right now I'm going to actually search in the element icon within the Canva interface. If I type gradient in that search bar right there, it will show you a couple of gradient options, and I'm just going to indicate to you which ones we are going to use. So these are different types of gradients right there that I'm indicating to you that you can use to actually fade over any picture in order to create posts where your information is not conflicting with the picture, because essentially that's what I want, right? I don't want my information that's going to be on my post to battle with the picture. So that's why I put a gradient on there. So you see me just fitting this gradient to the page of my social media post right there. And then right now I'm just going to change the color of that gradient effect. So scrolling down, you actually see the color palette or the photo colors for the initial photo that is on that page. And this is really great because this function in Canva actually helps you to keep the color theme of your posts very uniform and consistent throughout all your posts. So the colors don't look almost the same, they are the same. So you'll have no issues in that part of the function in Canva's photo functions, where the color palette is really great to utilize, and I utilize it very well. So right now I'm just creating another page. I'm dragging and dropping that photo right there. I'm going back into the elements, and I'm actually going to use that second one. And this gradient element right here was the one I actually used on my social media page that I uploaded. So now you're just going to see me change the color there, and then I'm going to fit it. So I'm using that burnt spice color and gray, and I'm now going to fit it to the page right? I'm fitting it to the page. And then from here on out, I align it somewhere here. So I'm showing you both the pages and the different gradient effect. Just bear in mind that the above page, I already faded the transparency. I'm going to fade the transparency. So the difference between these two, right? The difference between these two is that one gives you an even gradient across the entire page, and one gives you a gradient effect that is really concentrated at the bottom, and then it fades as you move from the base of the page to the top of the page. It all depends on the aesthetics that you're going for with your social media page. So I'm just showing you now how another way you can find that same gradient effect in Canva. So if you click on the element icon there and you click on that gradient sub element category there within Canva's interface, you can find those two gradient effects that I'm indicating to you. So now I'm going to just press see all, and then it pops up all my options, and scrolling through all your options, you can choose the gradient sheet you'd like to use for your post, right? And then I'm just going to now go to text, right? So now I'm going to look for my gold stars. That's what I'm going to do. Sorry about that. So you can achieve your gold stars one or two different ways as well. You can navigate the search bar within the Canvas interface of the element icon, and you can actually even just navigate the element through the element part, right? And so there we found the gold stars, and then we're going to duplicate it by holding down on the icon and pressing Alt, and those pink lines, right? Those lovely pink lines. You see me repositioning and altering it. I'm going to position this into the page, right? And I'm going to do that one more time. All right, I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to position that to the top right corner of the page, flip it, and then now I'm pressing the duplicate icon within Canva's interface. And those are pretty much two ways you can duplicate in Canva. You can use a shortcut method, or you can navigate through Canva's interface. I prefer to use a shortcut method because it allows me to stay on what I want to stay on. I don't have to navigate through the interface, right? That's the benefit of using the shortcut, right? And there I realized I used two more additional stars than I needed. So I'm just dragging those down and then repositioning and realigning them to the page, right? So you see me just flipping through there. I'm gonna flip on the axis. So the flip function allows you to flip either on the vertical axis, your vertical X axis, or your horizontal Y axis. So using the text function, you can select your text, type your information, select your font size, select your font as well, and as well change the effects, right? So right there you see me using the text icon within the Canvas interface, and then I'm just dragging the text icon. So for this particular page now, I'm going to press T, and that text automatically pops up with a pre-selected font and a pre-selected font size. So this shortcut in Canva actually selects your font. When you press T on your keyboard, it pre-selects your font size from the previous font size you used and the previous type of font that you use within your previous designs, right? So if this is the font that is suitable for your social media posts and you want to use it, go right ahead. If not, you can always alter it. You can always alter the font size, no issues, right? So there you just see me fitting that and changing the color of the font to that burgundy color, right? I'm scrolling up to the original post cover showing you guys that it is burgundy, and I'm showing you the font that I used on that one. And now I'm just going to fit this to the page. So right here you just see me going or guesstimating how in the font is from the left side of the page and how off I need to go on the right side, and then I realign it and try to center it and then alter the size that are not correct, and then change the font color, right, the type, the text color. So okay, both pages looking good, even though we're navigating through the design with different methods. So you just saw me duplicate that using the duplicate icon, and I changed the effect using the effect function within the Canvas interface. So now I'm just typing in and altering the font size. So it's 98.4 and I'm just altering it by 0.2, right? Making it 0.2 smaller. And then I'm going to create that offset effect on the font right there. So I'm just trying to create my offset effect, and then you're going to see me do that the same thing by clicking down on the icon or pressing Alt. There you go. And then I change the effect to the glitch effect and the gray. And that's not a dark gray, it's kind of like a medium gray because it's not light, it's not completely dark. So it's like a medium gray. It's a dark approaching black, but it's not dark as black. So that's the gray that I used. So right here you just see me creating that offset effect on the second page as well, right? And I didn't even navigate through the font size for that one, right? So for the first page, I'm just going through and changing the font size back to 98.4 and showing you guys how I can create the same offset effect with the two words, words and types of word effect without altering the font size. So I can just do that either by stretching, you just saw me do that there, stretching to the left or right, and then that's going to create the effect for you. And you just alter it and use what's suitable for you. So I'm just going to run that over again, change the glitch, change the color, and then we can shift left or right, up or down, depending on the offset we're trying to achieve. Usually I think I go up and then a little bit to the left. That is usually my go-to offset style. I usually go up and a little bit to the left, but I just wanted you guys to see that there are many different ways you can achieve that offset look within Canva by altering the font size, by shifting the font, as well as you can make the back letter bigger than the front letter. So the same way you can alter the font size for the front, you can alter the font size for the back, right? So you can get the same effect, same way, right? And you just saw me create that effect there, scrolling down and looking through things generally the same here. So moving on, now I'm just going, so now you just saw me change back to the 98.2 that initially was, and then now from here, right, I'm just going to indicate this part that my cursor is on. That is what I'm going to design now, right? So I'm going to show you two different methods. The first one is by navigating through Canva, and then the second method is using the shortcuts. So if you click on the element subsection in Canva, you can just drag that rectangle right out of the shape section right there, and then you resize it, change the color, change the transparency, whatever you like to your liking, basically, right? And you see me right there, right, scrolling on, because I'm trying to guesstimate. I didn't want to alter the initial design. I'm trying to guesstimate and create it almost identical to it, but I didn't want to interfere with it and go off that one and just duplicate the design and then show you guys. No, I wanted to do it from scratch. I wanted you guys to see how you navigate through the Canva interface, and I wanted to show you guys a shortcut. So if you go there, go through features. I'm actually looking for an element. So if you go back into the video now, you'd see a little icon there. That's what I was searching for. So this pink, red and white icon, right? So I duplicated and created that gray, and now I'm searching for that little icon right there, right? So I decided I wanted to change the size of this, and then now what you see me doing here is aligning the gray one, and then I'm going to align the gray and then make it identical to the burgundy, right? So I'm going to align it and then shift it the size and make it perfect. Now I'm offsetting it, right? And now I'm going to try to group it, but I'm going to fail because that gradient in the background that is above the picture, that was not locked in. So now I'm going to actually spread my cursor right across the top designs, excluding the rectangles, and I'm going to lock those in. So now you see that I've locked those in. The only thing that's shifting is the rectangle, and that's why in the previous tutorial I stressed how important it was for you to lock your designs in so that they remain uninterrupted, right? So now you see me able to spread my cursor and it only affects the rectangles, right? You see me showing you that there? So yeah, so right, nothing is getting selected because that is all locked in to the page, right? So moving on, right, I'm going to group these two icons. I'm going to center them. I'm actually looking for, I want to show you guys how you found that design on the page with these circles, the 3 varying circle size. And you can do that by navigating through your search bar within your element icon. And then I'm just going to go through my recently used, and I'm going to show you that icon right there, the pink, blue. That one is what I'm looking for, but I wasn't able to find it. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm going to show you, I wanted to show you guys how to navigate through Canva to actually find this design, but I wasn't able to do it at this time. So I just had to drag and drop it out of my recently used designs that Canva archives. So Canva basically archives all the designs you use into I wouldn't necessarily call it a folder, but it just creates a little panel for you within the elements category for recently used, so you can always go back to what you use. So I'm just indicating to you that you can create this design even with elements within Canva, right? So I'm just indicating and showing you guys that, right? So just in case you guys would like to use that effect there, that same element, but you also are not able to find it, I was just showing you guys how you can somewhat design almost the same thing even without having to navigate through Canva to find it. So there I was faithfully trying to navigate through Canva to find this design for you guys, but like I said, nothing worked, right? But I thought it was going to be in shapes because most of the shape elements are gray. They don't come in a colored format like that. You just saw me drag and drop that out there with colors on there. I don't even remember where I got it from. I just saw it, it looked unique, and I used it in my design when I designed it. I don't remember where I got it from, so that's why it was so hard to find it. So now I'm just going to duplicate it by clicking down on it and pressing Alt. So I'm going to recreate that first. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to lock this in first before I start on the second page. I'm going to just use the shortcut by selecting R. So I'm just showing you the shape element category on Canva. I did not pre-select anything out there a while ago. I just press R on my keyboard and that rectangle automatically pops up. So the beautiful thing about these shortcuts in Canva is that for like the rectangle and the squares, whenever you select them, in the shortcut version, they actually use colors that are in their color scheme, right? So it just popped that up. But I'm gonna change the color now because that's not what I'm using for this design. And I'm gonna duplicate. I'm gonna fit and see how that looks, and then I'm gonna duplicate it by clicking down on it and pressing that Alt right there. I'm just positioning and seeing how I want the offset to look, and I think that was good enough for me, and then I just let it go. I was altering it to see what fits, what worked for me, and then I let it go. Change it to gray, right? And then I'm gonna group it. So by going back into my recently used, I can create, drag and drop that design there, that element I had no luck finding, right? Now I'm going to change the color scheme of the element to pink, white, and red. So just to keep everything, don't ask me where the pink come from, right? Just to keep everything intact, right? You know, the pink was just a little bit spungy. The typography on the face of this rectangle there is pink and white, so that's where the pink comes from. So it captures the pink and the white from the typography, and also the burgundy color from the typography within the Zahr's design, and the backdrop right here for the word label design underscore 3D mockup. So right there you just see me shifting it, flipping it, and I'm putting that tiny circle in the immediate corner of the offset, right? So I'm using, if these were perfectly symmetrical, you know, that would be the corner of it, right? So I'm just placing that little small circle in the immediate corner, and then I drop that element behind the gray, that gray rectangle. So right here I'm just messing around with it really a little bit just for messing around's sake, and then I'm gonna fit that right there. And then we're done. Okay guys, so thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Because this tutorial number 3 was so much footage, like literally so much footage, I already condensed this one down to 20 plus minutes. So I have a second part to this tutorial where I complete the 2 different covers, as well as the social media post template for the body of the social media post. Again, remember, Instagram allows you to upload 10 pictures in one social media post. So I'm going to show you guys how to create your cover for the post versus the template that holds, whether it's your information, your pictures, your videos, whatever you want. So that, which is the body of the post, right? So just to recap what we did today in this first part of the tutorial, I really showed you guys how you can create these social media posts using 2 methods. The first method is navigating through Canva using one gradient type, and then using shortcut version using another gradient type. So with the navigating through Canva, for persons who are new and beginners to Canva, you can actually learn how to navigate through Canva. If you've been using Canva for a while, this video is also perfect for you, because now you can actually learn how to use shortcuts within Canva, like pressing T to get your text, pressing R to get your rectangle, pressing C to get your circle, or holding down on what element you want to duplicate and press Alt, right? So these videos are really ideal for anybody. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you stay tuned and really watch the second part to this tutorial, and then share with me and show me your designs. Show me how were you able to recreate this design, a variation of this design, or really anything in Canva, any of your social media posts. So thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.